Hey guys, I've been feeling unwell a lot more frequently lately. I'm not sure why exactly. I have my theories. I want to go see the doctor so that I can figure out why I have so many headaches lately. I've been putting it off because of my anxiety, but I'm hoping to get past that and go to the doctor soon. I tend to procrastinate when it comes to doing things that make me anxious or things that I just hate doing. I have days where I feel better, but it just seems like lately it's been a lot more bad days than good ones. I also spent a few days not managing my time well and trying to improve my Etsy shop, which led to lack of sleep, irregular sleep hours, and feeling really tired. Obviously, these issues have affected my dieting and I haven't been consistent with eating how I'm supposed to. I have to admit that feeling sick and tired can really make you lose motivation. I guess part of the trick to being successful is managing to stick to your weight loss plan even if you aren't feeling great. I'm trying to work on that. I sometimes go through ups and downs in my mood, and I don't mean like in a bipolar way. No offense to anyone who's bipolar, but it's more like feeling down because I have negative stuff going on around me. There are times where I'm feeling okay, and other times when negative people or just bad things that are happening in my life affect me and bring me down. And that's pretty normal, I guess. I guess the part that's not normal is that the most negative person in my life is my mother. And she's someone that I can't really get away from because I live with her. I think I've reached a point where I'm just tired of my situation and I feel like I really need to make a change. I really want to get out of this situation, but my anxiety is the main issue that's holding me back. I've been trying to look into solutions. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure things out, but I'm not going to get too into that. Okay guys, so this update is going to be for week 10 and week 11. In week 10, my weight went up by 0.4 pounds. And in week 11, I lost 2.8 pounds, which brings my total weight loss to 30.4 pounds. I still continue to lose weight, but I think if I was more active and I followed the diet more closely, I would lose more weight. I think we all mess up at some point when it comes to dieting, but when I mess up, I try not to mess up too badly. At the very least, I try to retain a calorie deficit. If you aren't good at avoiding temptation, it's probably important that you be pretty strict with yourself because sometimes you may start off with cheating just a little and end up going off the diet completely when you let yourself cheat too much. Okay, so what I'm going to say is just my opinion and my experience, but I think that when I'm too strict with myself and deprive myself completely of something I love, I might overindulge the next time I'm tempted to cheat. But honestly, you guys have to figure out what works best for you. You may want to avoid cheating altogether so that you don't go on a downward spiral to completely going off your diet, or you may want to allow yourself an occasional cheat day so that you don't feel as tempted to cheat. I think it's okay to have an occasional treat as long as you don't overindulge. I have a sweet tooth, so I've been pretty satisfied with the WonderSlim foods. I tend to miss eating other things like bread and pizza more than I do sweets. I think the best alternative to cheating is that if you can find a way to recreate healthy versions of the food that you love. The way that I make sure that I have a calorie deficit is obviously tracking my calories. Luckily, I already had a way to do that. I have a Fitbit, and I record everything I eat on the Fitbit app. If I do end up cheating a little, I can see how many calories I ate, and then I can stop myself from overdoing it. The Fitbit that I have calculates how many calories you burned just being alive, and then it also factors in how many calories you burned walking. If I'm going to do other types of exercise, I usually take off my Fitbit and I use a heart monitor, and then on the Fitbit app I can record the calories burned from all the activities that I do. If you don't own a Fitbit or other activity tracker, there are apps that you can use to track how many calories you've eaten. And there are calculators online that you can use to figure out how many calories per day you need to sustain your body. And then you just have to make sure you eat under that amount of calories so that you lose weight. Keep in mind that as your weight changes, the amount of calories that your body burns naturally is going to change as well. And while this isn't really exact, it will give you an idea of how much you should be eating. If you're following the WonderSlim diet, I guess you don't really need to worry about that as long as you stick to the diet plan. Something else that can be helpful for motivation when you're trying to lose weight is having weight loss goals. It's probably better to have smaller goals in the beginning so that you don't get disappointed when you aren't reaching your goal fast enough. Like maybe your initial goal could be to lose 10 pounds. And then after you reach that 10-pound loss, maybe you want to go to 20 or 25 pounds. If you're just thinking about reaching your goal weight, it's going to take a while if you have a lot of weight to lose. So you may get discouraged because it's taking so long to reach that goal. So I think it's helpful to celebrate small victories and then work your way up to the larger victories. I guess one of the bigger goals that I've had is to be under 200 pounds. It's been a really long time since I've been under 200 pounds, and I feel like I'm getting really close. I've got about 27 more pounds to go before I get there. I've already lost 30 pounds on the WonderSlim diet, and now I'm looking forward to reaching 40 pounds lost. You don't have to just have weight loss goals. You can also have fitness or activity goals. If you've been inactive, you may feel pretty tired when you first start to exercise. But the more you do it, the stronger you get and the longer you can exercise for. You might want to set a goal like taking a walk or a jog for 1 mile every day, and then maybe the next week you want to raise it up to 2 or maybe even 3 miles. Or if you don't want to measure by distance, you can also measure by time increments, like maybe half an hour and later progressing to an hour, or even progressing from walking to jogging. Anyway, these are just some ideas for you guys that I hope will motivate you guys on your journey. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to lose weight as well. Or maybe you're just curious to see how my diet is going. You know guys, weight loss isn't easy, but I think that the harder part of weight loss is actually maintaining the weight loss. I've definitely had problems with that in the past, and my weight has been going up and down for years. The thing that's made this time different is that now I've started to have health problems because of my weight. So that's a really strong motivator to keep the weight off. I know that it won't be easy, but I'm determined to keep trying, and I think that I can do it. I'm sure I won't be perfect at it, but I'm gonna try my best. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye bye.